Assalamu alaikum. Ramadan challenge day 25. Our words today are nashi'ah, nushuz, lahu, wird, and yad. The first word, nashi'ah, comes from nasha'a. Nasha'a yanshi'u. Yanshi'u, which means to create something. All right, so munsha will be something that's been created. Okay. And then from that you have nashi'ah, right? Nashi'at al-layl. So this is the first part of it, right? This is the part that kind of indicates that it's a night time, right? Or the first part of the day even is nashia. So nashiat al-layl or nashiat al-nahar, okay? And then you have walahul jawari al-munsha'at. Al-jawari, we're talking about boats, so boats, ships, right? Munsha'at, and they have the raised sails, as though without that you don't have a boat, right? Because obviously the sail is what allows it to move, right? So once you put that up, it's kind of like now it's really a ship, right? And you have from that nash'at al-ukhra, right? Another creation, right? We're talking about the day of judgment, right? The next word is nashuz. Nashuz from nashaza, yanshuzu, which means to be raised. Okay, to be raised. So we have, for example, إِذَا قِيلَ لَكُمُ انشُزُوا فَانشُزُوا. When it's told to you to get up, then get up. Okay, when you raise yourselves. Okay, unshuzu. Right. And then we also have إِذَا خَافَتْ زَوْجَةٌ مِنْ بَعْلِهَا نُشُوزًا, right? Which is kind of in figuratively an uprising, so to speak. All right, that there's going to be some problems, right? Usually people that make trouble are never lying down. They got to stand up, right? That standing allows them to move around or what have you. So you have new shoes in that sense as well. And now you have with the donkey and Arzair, right? كيف ننشزها ثم كيف ننشزها ثم نكسوها لحمة, right? So nunshizuha, we erect it, we make it stand up, right? We erect it, right? The next word, lahu, laha, yalhu, lam, ha, wow. Okay, laha means to be distracted, So we have malahi, are things that distract you. So we have a park, not a park, but a theme park kind of thing. That's a malahi. Okay. Then you have lahu, which itself is a distraction, right? Alhaakum at-takathur. Alhaakum is to make you distracted. Alhaakum at-takathur. Right? This idea of just amassing things has distracted you. Hatta zurtumul maqabir. And then when you get to the graves, you realize, oh my God, I wasted my time, right? So that's lahu, right? A lahu is a distraction, right? Anything that distracts you from what you should be doing is lahu. Okay. The next word is ward. Wird, word, right? Ward actually is the flower of any plant, right? And then it became synonymous with a particular plant. We're talking about the hojam in Arabic. I'm not sure what it's called in English. It kind of looks like a little, the flower kind of looks like a ball, and it has a bunch of pink hairs coming out of it. Okay, it becomes synonymous with that, and then obviously the color itself, pink, right? So we have ward is pink. Okay, so also you can say what is a flower, right? People still use that for flower in general too, but in particular became particularly synonymous with that flower, the hojam, right? And somebody can comment below what a hojam is in English, and which is pink, right? فَكَانَتْ وَرْدَةً كَالدِّهَانِ, right? It became pink, right? It became pink. This is Surah Rahman, right? And then you can say warradat al mar'a, right? She put like, what they call it, something on her face to make it pinkish, right? to make it look like rose pink, right? Um, and then you have وردت فلما ورد ماء مدين. Now, the link between these two words is not completely clear to me. Maybe somebody can figure it out. But I think here what the link is that the flower of any plant is the kind of the essence of being. Okay, it's the essence of being. Yes, the leaves obviously store the water and what nutrients, and the roots obviously bring it. But that's a kind of essence of what makes this particular plant what it is. Okay, because that's the female part, right? That's the female part of it, right? And that kind of assigns what this type of, and the flower obviously for every plant is different, right? So that assigns, that differentiates this flower, this particular plant from another plant. Okay, so I think when they say what are that, okay, what are that, when they're talking about the water, right, of when it coming to the water of a particular place, right, is because the core of any civilization is water, right? Or any people, right, is really water, right? When the nomads move from place to place, it's because of water, so that they can feed, they can drink themselves, and they can also give to drink their at the livestock, right? Um, we know that water is life, right? So I think that's the relation, that's the correlation there. God knows best. It's a word of the Marud, and then you have they even word I mean molded. Then is the path that leads to water, right? The path that leads to water. Um, and then you have word from the Quran, right? The portion of the Quran that you read every day, that you read on a regular basis, right? And that's kind of like your core, that the core reading that kind of keeps you going. Okay. Um, the next word is yed. Now yed is originally yedyun. Okay, ya dal ya yedyun, but with time the wow at the ya at the end has been dropped, so it's just yedun. Okay, and you can see that it's yedyun when you create the plural, right? In the plural it's ad. That extra ya at the end comes from that. Okay, be aidin, right? In the Quran, be aidin, right? And then you have the tanween there, the there is hidden within the tanween, but you have that as well. And then you bain aidihim wa min khalfihim, right? Bain aidihim, in front of them, wa min khalfihim, behind them. So yet is one of those words that is like God, where the waw has been dropped at the end, or afwah, and fem afwah, which is fo initially, or what have you. The and umha, right, and all these other words that have been changed because it just doesn't work. Didn't work with Arabs, right? Is just one of those words.